All right, guys. So I'm gonna do this narration real quick, but we're not gonna play too many parts because I want this video to absolutely upload. But I just want to talk about the genius of one of the shows from the 1980s. Some of y'all know that I'm really fond of TV shows from the 80s. The 80s, I realized so much how much I miss the 80s. I remember a while back ago, I told you guys about how a good therapy session could be watching an old school Cubs game with Harry Carey narrating or announcing the game. How it just puts my mind in a place like I can actually get away from everything by just watching a 80s Cubs game. I could just, and when I say get away, I don't mean get away from my personal situations. I mean get away from this whole reality. I mean, it's like the 80s, everybody knows who, I mean, if you were at least a teenager, well, actually, I wasn't a teenager in the 80s, but I was pretty advanced. I mean, starting at the age of maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old, I was pretty advanced. You know what I mean? I would say around 1980, I don't know, 87, 88 is when I really became aware, of everything that was going on. Like I could actually pick up on TV shows and lines and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting though, because Small Wonder, which is this show, came out. I found out last night it came out in 1985, and I'm like, geez, man, because I remember watching this show when I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old. But I didn't know it came out. 1985 was a very, very pivotal year, and I'm gonna talk about that later. I like narrating this stuff with you guys because it allows people to get an introspection into my personality, my character, without anybody behind the scenes lying or slandering about who I am as an individual. I get to talk to you guys about who I really am as an individual, and not doing it as a clapback. I just naturally love talking to people about things that I don't know, perceived not cool or something like this. But that's why I have my own people that can tap into the energy that I'm dealing with. I have my own people coming in for that I'm very, very thankful for. And like I said, it seems like a dream. I can't grasp a hold of this reality that's already here for me. It's hard. I cannot get a hold of it, but, yeah, I mean, if you were, around in the 80s, y'all know what I'm talking about. And for y'all who was not around in the 80s, trust me when I tell you, it was a good time back then. Was no social media. Wasn't everybody trying to get on YouTube and be this certain type of character or anything like that. And that's what I pride myself over. And I'm not trying to compare myself to anybody, but I really pride myself off of coming on YouTube and staying consistent for 9 years and just talking about stuff without being put in a box. I'm not a tarot card reader. No pun intended to nobody. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not a chosen one. I'm not an anointed person. I'm not none of that. I have consistently for 8 or 9 years came across this YouTube thing as like somebody you wish you lived next door to. Literally, that's what if you want to put me, if I was to put myself in a box, that's the box I've literally played the boy next door for the past 8 or 9 years with you guys. And I don't think I have fell off track with that, even though things have happened here and there in the last 8 or 9 years. I did this, then I did that, then I did, I still came with the real me, the real person. Like, you see people on YouTube and sometimes people are not even aware of people who are in the box. You're not even aware that people really want to see who you are as who are you really? that's something I've never shied away from. Who are you really? I love to tell people who I am really, because I actually find myself hilarious. I do. I find myself funny. So when I go back and watch these 1980 shows, it reminds me of who I really am. Like, you were allowed to be genuine in the 80s. What the fuck happened? This one clip, and I'm gonna leave the clips in a coordinate, well, at least the Harry Carey situation in a coordinate. I think the Harry Carey one's at 36 minutes, but I'll figure it out. But when he told, it's kind of interesting too, because Ryan Sandberg just passed away, and I didn't even know that Harry Carey was talking to Ryan Sandberg's wife at that time. I thought he was talking to, like, excuse me, I forgot who he was talking to, but I think the producer of the Cubs, WGN, for that time, through the late 80s and early 90s, was a guy named Arnie Harris. And all I can think about is, after Harry passed away, the producer Arnie Harris, they must have had a serious meeting. Like, look, we we cannot do this again. You know, we can never have a personality like Harry Carey again, to be real. We cannot have this stuff go on. I'm going to see if I can get the clip in, guys, on this video. Hopefully this thing uploads. But you could just see, like, a lot of stuff that went on in the 80s. The producers came in and said, we can't do this no more. We cannot be real. We're moving towards the era. You know, everything's got to be so freaking politically correct, right? I think that's what we call it, politically correct. Everybody is just speaking in such a way to be politically. It's nauseating. You know, and anybody who likes genuine know what I'm saying is real. It's like, damn, I wish you just really wish you can get back in get in a time machine, go back to the 80s. The food was good, TV was good, the comedy was just. I'm gonna talk about this Small Wonder clip right here. I'm gonna go ahead and end this little rant I'm on right now, but I'm telling y'all, guys, I isolated myself, man. I like that. Why y'all think I always talk about the people from UK? You know, because the people from UK, they be blasting that 90s music in their clubs. They do a lot of stuff. UK is like living back in the 90s, American 90s. I swear I have talked to these people. They are literally like living in the 90s. And that's okay. That's okay. That's wonderful. If you went to a club in UK, they probably still playing 1990s house music. 1990s house music. If they was playing 1990s house music in the clubs, motherfucker, I would be in the club. You understand? Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? People try to look for reasons to scapegoat me as some kind of oddball. No, I'm the original. I'm the real deal. I know what good music is. I know what good movies is. I know what good shows is. I know what good music is. I know what good dancing is. And I prove that every day to y'all who keep up with the stuff that I do. I prove that every day. I am a genuine, authentic person. The kind of person everybody wish they knew. Even the people who don't even know, they wish they knew me, Okay? And I'm not even bragging. That's just the truth, man. If you don't like a character like me, you just don't know any better. Straight up. As a matter of fact, if you cannot get down with a character like me, you pretty much lost. You lost in the sauce. Like, for real. And a lot of people out here look lost, guys. I cannot tell you guys how many rooms I walk in these days and everybody just stops talking. Like, I have really noticed that lately. Not because of the YouTube videos I've been seeing. I'm talking about I have really personally observed this, where I walk into, people are lost. And I walk in and they see a light. I even witnessed the businesses getting more business when I'm around. I've witnessed this. I don't know people just flock. Wherever I go, the party just gets started. But you got somebody behind the scenes making fun of moi? Are you fucking retarded? You stupid motherfucker, whoever you may be. Making fun of somebody like me? You should hang yourself. Though, because the world needs people like me, not like you. So enough with that rant. But yeah, the '80s guys. Oh God, if I can just go back to the '80s sometime, where people weren't out here looking like freaking beasts because of the crazy, just diabolical, stuff that people putting in their stomachs and stuff. Uh, People look normal. People act normal. People were genuine. You weren't called strange for being genuine. But I don't know what moves. I don't know what it is that moved society towards just being inauthentic, man. But y'all can count on me to always just keep it 100 and keep it genuine. And sometimes when you talk keep it 100, people think it has to do with your own personal personality. No, guys, I'm like trying to talk to you guys about real stuff without the distractions, like stuff that really could put a smile on people's faces and stuff. But I want to go ahead and get to this Small Wonder thing. But yeah, that's why I had good relationships with people from UK. I could talk to people from UK about this. Probably people in UK who still watch Small Wonder, who probably still watch these 80 shows because it was good. They know what's good. Just like when I told you guys I would pick them up right in Vegas, and they knew to go horseback ride. They wasn't there to walk on no strip. These were people who understood how to have fun. Most of the people here in the States don't know they ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to what you should be. They lost. I'm telling you, they lost in the sauce, man. That's why everybody on social media, man, trying to find, I don't know, they place or something, but they lose themselves in their personas and putting themselves in a box. It's very hard to stay out of that box. I'm not gonna lie. Even sometimes I can get sucked into that box, but then I'll do a video like this to get myself back up out of it. But let's go ahead and talk about this Small Wonder clip. I find this very this clip. Remember, guys, I went to film school and I studied film, and so when I come across stuff that's extremely high IQ, I love to talk about it. This situation with Vicky the robot. I understood this as an 8-year-old watching this show that she was a robot. But the intangibles, I don't think I really gotten too much into the intangibles with the show. I got a little bit lost in the sauce as an 8-year-old watching this show. But now that I watch it, now I say, man, this was genius. So Vicky the robot, she only responded. It made me think about some of the girls. Was I dating some robots? Because maybe some girls are just saying stuff back to me that I thought they really liked. It was like Vicky was like, "I really like you," and the boy is just sitting here, and he don't even know what the hell going on. You know what I mean? He think it's a normal conversation. But I really want to tap into the character. I want you guys to tap into the character of what the people were thinking around the situation. Especially her brother, Jamie, his eyebrows raised up. And then at the end, when she said, "I really like you too, honey buns," that was like, okay, the kicker of that part, when she said that, was that she got that from the parents. Remember, she only copies what she sees and hears. She don't really have a intellect. So you could have been wondering, well, why does she say honey buns if she's a robot and she just repeats what people says? It's because she heard the type of lingo. She heard this type of lingo before, but the honey buns part she got from the parents. That's why they was sitting there in the kitchen door looking like, oh God, they knew they knew she was copying what they was doing. It was like, oh my God, we created a monster here. Oh my goodness. This scene is hilarious, guys. This scene is absolutely hilarious. And look at the way this little girl. I mean, to play this scene, it makes you wonder about some of these characters, man. But guys, I'm afraid to play this scene because I don't want to get a copyright. I want this video to upload, especially since I did all that talking. But you guys, I'm gonna put it in a link. But this scene is very high IQ, man. Like, you got to be high IQ to really understand what's going on between a persona of a robot and this and this boy who really has feelings. Vicky don't have no feelings. Hilarious, man. Then we're gonna skip over to the Harry Carey one. I'm gonna put that in a link too. I was looking at the Blossom, that intro to the Blossom song. Some of y'all know what I do, man. Y'all know what I do. Some of y'all trying to pick up on my style and stuff like that. Man, all y'all gotta know is that I'm just authentic, man. You never know what I'm coming with either. It's very hard to trace what I'm gonna do next. Because my mind, I mean, I have all kind of things going on in my mind, man. I can go from here and I can disappear back into 1977 somewhere where some commercial I seen. You'd be like, where the fuck that come from? That just came out of nowhere. I'm very spontaneous, man. Very spontaneous. I heard women like that. But yeah, the Cubs, this Harry Carey scene. Oh, it's the snackety snack girl. The snackety snack girl, aka Gwen Stefani's cousin or something. I'm in love, y'all. I'm in love. Anyways, yeah. So this Harry Carey scene. I'm gonna put the coordinates on this Harry Carey scene, y'all. This is the game. This is the game right here. Oh, it's 1995. Man, so this is the game where he was talking about. Yeah, that was too much, man. It wasn't the 80s, man. I was 95. And he told some woman to come sit on his lap in 1995. Yeah, they had to stop that, man. They had to put a stop today, y'all. I think it's at 36 minutes, y'all. But I'm going to put the coordinates in the title. But that's all I got to say, y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all later and enjoy those links, all right? Peace.